Yes, sir. My name is PaydaiOTW.
Hey, watch how you talking, nigga. You see the way I'm moving when I talk. I make my pockets bigger. Hey, look. Nah, won't never argue with you. Matter of fact, I ain't even got to do shit. I know my squad will get you. Hey, keep it real, that's how it's supposed to be. Instead, they out here posing. We can't shoot this shit with you. This ain't no vote. They call me Ghost as young as I ain't kidding.
Welcome back to the Unpleasant Thoughts Podcast. It's your boy Shampoo, aka Big Shampoo. Got another special guest with us today. Let the people know your name, what it is that you do, and where they can find you.
Yes, sir. My name is PaydaiOTW. You can find me everywhere with that. That's PaydaiOTW. I'm a creative. I'm an artist. I make music, mainly rap. I also am a fashion designer. I crochet my own outfits, and I'm a photographer. So I just do a little bit of everything.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you for coming through.
Of course.
You, know what I'm saying?
Thanks for having me.
No problem. I seen you out on the stage a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Had to get you come through. Appreciate you. But we like to start from the beginning. You know, where you come from.
Yes, sir. I'm actually from the 804. I'm from Hopewell, Virginia. It's a little small town, like a little bit south of Richmond. So when people out here ask, I just be like, Richmond.
Okay.
But it's called Hopewell, and yeah, I actually lived there for a good amount of time, and then I spent some time in Atlanta because I was a hooper, so I went to school in Atlanta, and then after that, COVID hit, and so I just came back to this area, and now I'm in the DMV. So yeah.
How was it out there where you was from? How was it like growing up out there?
It was cool. It's a little bit of everything, so you're exposed to different cultures. But it's small. It's not. It's kind of getting bad now, actually. Like, it's a lot of violence and shit going on. It's kind of sad to see. But me and my homegirl, we put on that little city for basketball. We did really, really good, and we was the first to really do some shit with women's basketball.
When you started hooping?
I started hooping in middle school, 6th grade, I think. I was walking through orientation, and the middle school coach, she was the one that got me to start because I was so tall. And she was like, "You play basketball?"
How tall were you in middle school?
I don't remember, but I've always been tall. Like, I'm 6'3" now, so I was probably like 6 foot, 5'11". And she made me try out. Yeah.
So, were you good at first, or you just dead because you were tall?
I was horrible at first, but my dad used to hoop. Actually, he went to Rhode Island. He played with Lamar Odom. But he used to hoop, and so he trained me up. I did AAU. I got trained up with some good coaches, and then I started getting a lot better, and my game grew, and then, yeah.
He didn't try to get you played before you got into it?
He didn't want to force me. He did try, but I wasn't super interested.
But he was happy when you...
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's all right. Well, what position you played?
I started out as like a center because I was big as shit, but as I got more experience, I could play any position.
Okay, and Atlanta, you went there. What about that?
That was an experience, man. I went to Georgia Tech. I was there for 3 years. I graduated in 3. We had a crazy coach.
Crazy coach.
She was on ESPN because we got her fired.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a lawsuit.
Oh shit.
We ain't got to get all the way into it, but she was crazy. So
was the team good?
The team was good though. We was 1 year we was top 5 in defense in the country. We beat North Carolina State at North Carolina State when they was number 5 or some shit like that. Yeah, we was alright. It was cool.
So the hoop band ended there.
After I graduated from there, COVID hit, and so I came back local. And I hooped at George Mason for 1 season. But while I was there, I started to not really want to get into basketball anymore. And I was falling more in love with photography at the time because I wasn't even an artist. I just started this music shit. And so I kind of just fell out of love with basketball, so I kind of dropped out. But it was a master's program anyway, so it didn't really matter.
It's photography.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have a special type of photography you do?
I mainly do portraits, but not studio photography, in natural settings, whether it's inside, outside. But I just like capturing people with cool stuff. People really like my color grading, so I like playing with color and stuff. But yeah, it's cool.
Did you were you taught that, or those things you just practice and learn?
Over the quarantine, my mom and dad, since I graduated from tech, they got me a gift, and it was a camera. And so I started playing around with it. And my aunt, she is a photographer. Well, she does a lot of stuff herself. I kind of get creative shit from her. But she gave me a lot of tips because she knows how to work a camera. And so I'm like, I got some tips from her to start. And then from there, everything else is self-taught. So.
Do you still use that camera that you were gifted?
Not so much. I did upgrade, but some of the lenses that I have, you know how they don't fit everything.
What kind of camera?
I shoot with Canon.
Canon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we used to have the camera we had before.
Okay.
Because we used to go out and take pictures. I used to do the video.
Mm-hmm.
My father, he do the photography. We had a Canon. I forgot which one it was. Which one you?
I started with the. Damn, it's been so long. I don't remember what I started with, but I have a Mark 6D2 or something like that right now. EOS. I forgot what I had at first though.
Rebel something.
Yeah, I had a Rebel T7 or something like that.
Yeah, I think we had 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a nice little starter camera.
yeah.
But I haven't ventured past Canon.
I mean, I don't know nothing about photography for real.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just in the video. Like I said, you gotta be moving for me. Like I don't know people. I don't know. Like if they not moving, it's kind of weird. Because then I feel like I gotta move.
Yeah, I can see that.
But the camera, it was moving. I just like I don't know. It's me because I don't know you, but you got the photography, so you probably understand it way more than that.
Yeah.
So, like, do you have a long-term goal with the photography?
I did until I stumbled upon music, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of photography. But that's yeah.
So, how did you stumble upon the music?
Yeah. So I went to an event that was it had open mic as a part of it, and I went just as a photographer. But something told me to read this poem that I had just finished writing, and I don't even write poetry often, but I was going through some shit during that time, and so I wrote a poem, and something told me to read it, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Even though stage fright, I don't, you know what I'm saying, like, that's some crazy shit for me to have said to do, and then to actually follow through and do it, especially because everyone else was performing music. Nobody was doing poetry. But I read the poem, and everyone loved it. They kept coming up to me, telling me how good it was, and I was nervous as shit. But other people, there was this one guy who was performing. He was like, "My bad, y'all, I'm so nervous." And I was like, "You don't seem nervous. How do you know?" And so that got the wheels turned in my head that maybe nerves is not really real. And then also, exactly, poetry is music. I love music. I'm good with words. It's the same thing. Maybe I could do that, something with that. And so from that day on, I was like, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make a song. Why not? And so from that event, I left and wrote my first song. And 1 month later, I was an artist.
Okay, so that first song, is it a song that you still like now? Some people look like their first song like,
So when we first released it, it had a lot of high reverb on it. And that was when I was first learning, you know, all that shit. Like, I feel like I know a lot more now. But we did re-release it because it went on a project. It was a single first, and I put it on a project after, so I touched it up. I still like it because it showed... It's like, I get what you're saying. It's like yes and no, because it do sound like an old-ass song. Like,
I mean, I get it, though, because the star is part of your
it's the start, yeah.
It's like, it's how I got here.
Exactly. I will always look at it as like the start.
So, right. How long, if you have one, how long did it take you to find your style musically? Or are you still experimenting?
Yeah, I think my style is no box. Like, I'm starting now with rap, of course, but I'm trying to do different things with the rap. Well, I am doing different things with the rap. And then I've also been venturing to other things like singing. I have a song called Light Show on my new project that gives, I don't even know what type of genre. It's kind of rocks. My mom played bass on it. I'm just going a lot of different ways, and I know that I can go a lot of different ways, so I'm pacing it now.
So your mom plays bass? So do you come from a musical family?
No, she just started that too.
Oh,
Yeah. Everybody get gifts and find out that they want to do stuff. We got her a gift one year for bass one year for Christmas, and she plays in bands now. And
that's pretty
she played
cool.
on 2 songs on my project.
I haven't heard that. That's a new one.
I want her to, but she's gonna play for one of my shows. I'm gonna have her come
That'd be dope for real. Right. So, what is the song if you remember, that you did and it made you feel like, okay, I got this for real?
Falsetto. And it might be crazy to say that because Falsetto was my second song, so that's a little early to say that. But not only did I feel that way about the song, everyone around me felt that way as well. Like, it was unreal the way people were rapping it back to me. This song that wasn't even released yet, I've been performed it a couple of times. That's the only way they know it. Or I'm a new artist and I'm like, hey, I'm shooting a music video for this song. And the music video is still on YouTube, mad people came out. That shit was crazy.
So when you write, and what's your writing style? You know, some people don't write. Some people probably write a song all at once. Some people come back to it later. Some people gotta get in a zone. How do you approach writing a song?
I'm definitely weird because most times I don't even have the beat yet. I'm writing to a metronome because I like to help make the beat. I don't do it myself, but like I know what I want to hear, and we like go back and forth with it. But I don't write all at once. There's only a couple songs that I've written all at once, and those are the more like poetic songs that I have, less like bar heavy, because like poem is more like free flowing. I guess you're still saying something, but it's not as intricate. Versus the songs that's like all bars, which a lot of my songs are. I'll write a couple lines and then come back to it. Write a couple lines, come back to it. Like I can't just sit and get it out. Because I don't know. I don't want to force it.
Do you have any like musical influences?
I have a lot of musical influences. My favorite rapper is Lil Wayne, Kendrick as well. Migos is up there, and just in terms of like influence for sure. My manager said that I sound like I'm influenced by 2 Chainz. And after he said that, I was like, yeah, I can see that.
He used to hoop too.
I forgot about that. And we got lots. And he tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6'5".
No.
Yeah, 2 times.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah. I'm also influenced by other type artists like Mac Miller, Tyler the Creator.
He just Mac Miller released the album recently.
Yeah, I saw. I haven't sat down and listened to it yet. One project I actually listened to it on the way over here, so it's funny that you asked me. Roddy Ricch, Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial. That I will forever proclaim is one of the best albums of our generation, of our musical generation artists. Like,
Roddy,
that's a project right
Roddy
there.
been in the cut though.
I know.
Cut.
But that's a time as well.
So speaking of that, how often do you release music?
So, since I kind of just started, that's a tough question. But also, I'm not the like flood you with singles type person. I think I'm more of a build and curate an actual project and release it when it's time. Maybe give you a single to here, a feature to here, but not like all I'm doing is singles. Like projects are, like Beyonce said, people don't really make projects no more, like albums anymore. I want to get back to that.
And with the projects, like, do you have like a certain theme or vibe that you planning?
Yeah, the next project that I'm planning, I won't speak on too much, but we definitely have a vision of where it's going. Like,
are you working like the same like producer or the same producers? Collaborate?
So I'm kind of like expanding as I go. The first project was like the most I've ever done because that's my first project, and then the last project was even more because we're getting bigger and bigger. So I have a manager now, so that's this last project I was released with his guidance, and with the team we kind of got, the main producer that worked on my last project, Enigma. Let me just say it, Enigma. Lonnie Christ, he worked on most of the songs on that mixtape, and so he'll probably be hands-on a lot for the next one as well. But I also want to get into like some more live instrumentation and stuff. So definitely gonna be expanding.
So I know you mentioned the visual. Do you have like a lot of visuals out, or is that something that you planning to incorporate more?
I have 3 or 4 music videos out, and then I have some other content on YouTube as well. But I just shot 2 music videos, so should be wrapping those up soon, and I'll probably have a rollout for those. And then I have a plan to shoot a couple more. These are all for the songs on Enigma, if y'all stream that everywhere. But yeah, the music videos will be dropping on my YouTube.
And are you involved in like the creative process of like the storylines?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The first couple music videos, actually no, okay, my last music video has a little storyline to it, but these next 2 that I just shot are even more so. So I'm excited. Yeah.
And you also mentioned you crochet.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I got into that. My aunt, again, she was a creative. She taught me when I was a kid, but I never really stuck with it. But a couple years ago, I decided, like, maybe I could make stuff again. So I went on YouTube, and then next thing I knew, I was making full outfits for myself. And so, yeah.
So do you do it for like others as well?
I have made a few things for others. I don't make a whole lot, just because a lot of times when people hear the price, they be like, oh, okay, no, thank you. Because it do be steep. Find my market, yeah. Yeah.
Somebody back.
Yeah.
Because then they'll know, like, you don't have that hand. So, you know
That's what I'm saying.
They'll probably appreciate it. Because I know a couple people that do it. My brother actually, when he was first born, he made him a sweater.
Mm-hmm.
My brother do that.
Nice.
So I know it ain't easy. I don't really think making anything is easy.
Yeah.
So I appreciate like all arts.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it usually take you to make like one piece? You make the pants too, right?
Yeah. It's hard to say because I don't just sit and do it, and I need to, when I start making these projects, just start a timer and just time every time I do it. But if I had to guess, maybe at least 30 to 35 hours to make some pants, and that's like not even detailed pants.
That's a work shift.
Exactly.
Like
exactly. A whole paycheck, like, or half a paycheck. Yeah.
So you say you have other content as well on YouTube?
Yeah, I have a couple of crochet videos on there. I need to just get more into making that. People do enjoy seeing that. And I also have vlogs on there. I vlog, yeah.
What the vlogs consist of, like in the studio or daily?
I have it's only a few on there because I like to do it when I'm like doing stuff, and it's also easier when I have my extra shooter with me, rather than like me shooting it. But I have a 420 vlog on there. We had a really packed 420 day, and so it was a nice day in DC. We had picnic, and we just made some good food. We was walking through the city, we was painting, smoking, kikiing. It's the music. I have a vlog for behind the scenes of me shooting OK, so that's pretty cool. Shooting a music video for that. And I have a vlog of me making an Enigma project. I have a vlog of my mom playing bass as well.
Did you tell them your YouTube page?
Yeah, everything is Payday on the way, so it's PaydaiOTW. DAI.
And where did that come from, the name?
Yeah, so I remember I started as a photographer / poet. So at the time my Instagram was Payday because, my name has day in it. I'll say that. And so I was going by Payday on Instagram, but not really in person. But when I went to read the poem, I was like, let me just put my name as Payday because everybody wrote their artist name on the jump. So I was like, all right, you just write Payday. And so that is how I became Payday when I started, because from that night I became like more music. But then I went to like look and see how I might release and shit, and there's already Payday spelled that way. And so I had to pivot, and I'm like, how can I pivot in a way that I want to and that still sounds good? And on falsetto, I only had 2 songs at the time. I said, Payday on the way, but don't check for me. And so I was like, Payday on the way. Gotcha. So yeah, it just went like that. It was perfect. And it's even better because people Like, I'm not even gassing it. People will be like, Payday on the way. Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
It flow.
Mm-hmm.
Say it all if you want.
Right.
So, any other endeavors that you're into or looking to get into?
Like I said, I used to be an athlete, so I still work out. I be in the gym. I like to hike. I paint and do shit like that. But other than that, I mean, I got some stuff cooking up that I don't want to speak on too soon, but just stay tuned with Payday on the way. You're going to see. But, yeah, other than that, I'm just creating. Okay,
so, like you do, ask like a couple top five. Okay. You name a couple top five artists all the time. It don't have to be a specific genre either.
Okay, top 5 artists. I already said Wayne. Beyonce gotta be on there, actually. She's fucking ridiculous. Kendrick, of course. I'm going back again. And one more. Who's not on there? I'm blinking. Fuck it, I'll put Migos up there.
All right. And then top 5 places you would want to perform in the world. No
Top 5
in the world.
I would love to go somewhere in Japan. I feel like that would be cool. Egypt. Actually, anywhere in Africa. I've not been to the motherland. I know that's generic, but
but that's our most popular answer.
Anywhere in Africa.
That's literally. They don't pick a specific spot. They just say somewhere in Africa. They don't care where.
I'll be happy to go anywhere there, genuinely. I feel like I gotta go to Germany.
Okay.
My manager said Germany, they fuck with black women or rappers especially. I wouldn't mind going to Cali because I've traveled a lot for basketball, but I've not gone that far west. Surprisingly.
Got it myself.
Yeah.
Four.
That's 4. And I would say I would go back to Italy because I traveled to Italy for basketball, but I wasn't a photographer there. I wasn't at that time. I wasn't nothing. I was just vibing. So it'd be nice to revisit
with the interests that you had.
Exactly.
Got you. One more. Top 5 features that you would have dead or alive.
Top 5 features dead or alive. Beyonce for sure. I'll cook up anything with her. I would love to collab with Tyler. I would love to collab with 2 Chainz. That would be hard. I got 2 more.
See a nice video.
It's a lot that could be done with that. 2 Chainz if you watch it. Watch
I think you just dropped something. You just dropped too.
Oh, I got tapped in. For some reason, Meek Mill is coming to mind. I feel like that could go crazy. And I would say Kendrick.
All right, that's good lineup right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any features out already?
I have one with 24/7 artists. It's called Trilla Sound. That one got Trilla K on it, Mark Bravo, Asa, and KP Huala. That was just like 24/7 artists. That was a cool little jump we did. It was like an all-day studio session, but it's multiple studios and it's multiple producers, and they just playing beats, and it's multiple artists going around. And if you hear something you like, oh, let me hop on that jump. And so,
that sounds cool.
Yeah, it just happened because I just happened to be in the room. And I like the song. It's a hard beat.
What's the name?
It's called Trilla Sound. It's everywhere. Yeah, Trilla.
Check it out. Trilla, that's my dog. I always go see her and Brie out when they DJ and whatnot. Yeah, Mark. I've been to a couple of Mark shows as well. You know.
Yeah, I've been performing with Bravo.
Yeah, I like his theatrics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you
give it to me.
So when it comes to you performing, do you like to throw theatrics in there, or you just turn up?
I think at first I was figuring it out what it meant to be on stage because, like I said, I had stage fright. But after realizing it's not real for real, excuse me, I just was getting used to that and just getting into that at first. And then the more comfortable I got, the more free I was getting. But now I think it's time to start elevating. And I did that a little bit at my headline show, Thank God It's Payday. Trilla actually DJ'd for that. She did amazing, Trilla.
What was that?
That was in June. That was my headline. That was my first time headlining.
Where was that?
It was at Pot Shop.
Pot Shop.
Mm-hmm. But that was my first time headlining and like actually curating my set. And so I did make it more than just, hey y'all, rapping on stage. But I think it's time to start really getting into that.
Was that your favorite performance, or do you have a favorite so far?
I don't think I have a favorite just because it'd be so many good ones. But that is definitely up there for sure because that was the first time I'm on stage and everyone is here essentially because of me, because I was headlining. Yeah, I had openers and like they're gathering here because of me. Like, it's crazy. It was my first time, so I was like,
Is that something like you looking forward to doing again soon?
Yes, I am going to be headlining again somewhere in DC, maybe soon. In the springtime, yeah. Basically.
Outside of this area, have you performed somewhere?
Yeah, I performed in Richmond back home a couple times. Actually, with Bravo last time, we sold out Richmond Boombox, RBA Boombox. That was a great night. It was packed. We've performed in Philly / Jersey area. I was gonna go with them to Atlanta, but then something came up, so I couldn't go anymore. But mainly in the DMV area, not just DC, but also just Maryland and Baltimore, stuff like that too. And Nova a little bit.
Which one of those out of this was probably got the best crowd reception?
Probably DC, but because I be in the DMV, it kind of don't matter as much. But I would say probably DC. But that's kind of where I'm curating my crowd anyway, so I'm not mad at that. But I am also trying to.
So you performed with him often. How did you link up with Mr. Bravo?
Because that event that I was talking about earlier that I read at was his event. Yeah, it was because he's Creative House's founder, and so it was a Creative House camping event, and so I came to be a photographer, and so we met on that tip, just on some creative shit, and then because he's part of Creative House, after I told him I had a song and he announced that they were doing live sessions, but it was a performance live session. I was just doing a bunch of fucking shit at that time, which I'm glad I did because it led me to where I am now. But part of the fucking shit was going to the event, reading the poem, writing the song. Hey, can I perform? Performing. All that was fucking shit. And so he was like, yeah. And he put me on stage and I performed 2 songs because I had just finished falsetto as well. And since then, he was like, yeah. He like saw something in me, I guess. And so kind of been locked in since then.
Right.
Yeah. Now I'm part of Creative House.
Tell us a little bit more about Creative House.
Yeah, it's just an organization that is committed to like curating creative events in the DMV and putting the spotlight on the many talents that we have in the area in many different ways. Usually music, but all facets. Sorry, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of events. The last cookout joint.
Mm-hmm.
I know the joint where he was out Fredericksburg.
Yeah.
Yeah. That joint. Yeah. So that's pretty good. So seeing as you have a lot of things that you do, how hard is balancing that and your regular normal life?
It's hard, but I think being a student athlete kind of prepares you for a lot of shit. Especially like high level, like D1, like that shit is just because you have practice, you have weights, you have personal training and like rehab, you have study hall, mandatory. You got to go to all your meals, you got to go to all the class. Like it's a lot, and you got to do all your homework, and you got to do well, and you got to stay and get extra conditioning, and it's just a lot. And so it's a whole lot. It's a whole, and it's year round too because basketball is one of probably the longest season in sports because you only get 2 weeks off a year basically.
What did you do in your 2 weeks sleep?
You go to go back home,
Um,
like 2 weeks off. Like you might get a day or two here in between your week, but in terms of like having you have your off season. No, ain't no off season basketball. There's no off season.
So with the music, do you have a favorite aspect of it, like recording, performing, seeing people react to your
That's a
performance?
good question. A favorite? I don't know because I love music so much, and now that I'm an artist, I'm starting to see a whole other side of it. So I'm starting to love it even more. So it's hard to say a favorite, but I do appreciate like seeing people's reactions because it's like, damn, a year, 2 years ago, I was not doing this. Especially people that like really resonate with the shit I be saying. Like that makes me feel good because I can stop making music now and I've done enough. In a sense, So, but I'm not stopping that time. I also enjoy the creation process, of course. Music is just such a weird thing, and it's cool to like actually have my hands in that now.
So I know it's early, but do you have like a bigger picture with the music, or do you want to go with it?
I want to go as far as I can go,
Superstar.
and I believe I'm capable. My biggest goal, though, honestly, freedom. I just want to be free to do what I want to do. And I always want to create, so it's probably just going to be freedom to create in whatever facet. So, but yeah, I believe I can go out of here.
It's all right. And then if you go out there with the music, still gonna be taking pictures too.
I imagine so, yeah. At least flick myself up every now and then, you know what I'm saying?
And you got had a clothing line. You probably ain't gonna do them all by hanging yourself when you stop, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find time, that downtime at night or something. It do take a minute.
see, then when you start them hand ones that you do,
Yeah.
gonna be even more valuable.
Exactly.
So you had a line, but then
Okay, I see what you're
you know what
saying.
I'm saying.
Kind of exclusive items.
Yeah,
Okay.
gonna be the one. So do you have anything that you can talk about that you got coming on the way?
Like I said, I got 2 music videos on the way. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell y'all for the first time, I got 2 music videos, one for Amtac and one for Keep It a Buck. Both of those are on Enigma, my mixtape. I haven't announced what songs I shot for, so that's the first thing. Razzle-dazzle. But yeah, I am working on the next project. It will be dropping before the end of the year. All things go well. I know that seems far, but like I said, I like to. I want to see growth every time, and I feel like it takes time to do that. So
Yeah, make sure it's right. You don't want to just rush it.
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Some people just throw shit to the wall.
Right.
Sticks. For real.
I do have one thing I forgot. You asked about features. I got a single. Well, it's not my single, but I'm featured on a single that's coming out sometime early March, I believe, with Bree. It is also with Lean and Kay. It's a cypher type deal with us. I'm very excited to see how that comes out. And we got a show coming up. Yeah. It was nice. We recorded that like back in August. So like you said, stuff takes time.
So it's like a cypher type?
Kind of, yeah, basically.
They don't have enough of those.
Exactly.
They don't have enough of those.
No, Bree, she did her thing putting that together.
I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
Yeah, and then the girl Kay, she from Baltimore, so it's a nice little. Then it's actually pretty balanced. I don't know where Lena's from, but I think she'd be around DC, Kay, Baltimore, and I'm from Virginia.
Kay, is that the
KLA.
Okay, I gotta check her out.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard of her, but
She be spitting too.
I'm always interested in finding new artists. That's why I go to the shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm not just there for the headline.
Yeah.
Whoever sound good.
Exactly.
Sometimes you really gotta sound good, but you look like you like what you do. So
Having fun.
You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like the whole purpose of this. You know what I'm saying? See people who look like they love what they're doing. So pick your brain about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, nah, man. Like I said, I seen you a couple times. Turned up. For real.
Thank you.
You know, I've seen you do what you do.
Thank you.
Looking forward to you doing what you're doing. But you want to tell the people anything before we?
I don't got too much else. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
You know, I just support for real.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad to be here.
You know, trying to tell the people where they can find you.
Yes, sir. You can find me everywhere at Payday on the Way. Everywhere, that's Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I'll be on there for real. TikTok. Streaming. Follow me on Spotify. I'm trying to get my numbers up, actually. Like, y'all follow me on Spotify and on Apple Music. Thank you. Payday on the Way. PaydaiOTW.
Payday on the way. Good music on the way.
Yes, sir.
I'm out the way, but it's your boy Shampoo, aka Big Shampoo. It's been an Unpleasant Thoughts podcast. Thank you. And thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.